What's up, guys? Frank M Tech here at the shop, waiting on some parts, and I was just thinking about doing this video for a while. Um, yeah, so basically, I was thinking about doing this video on head gaskets. Reason being, I wanted to do this video is I had a customer. Some of you guys know that customer was actually a pain in my butt for the Toyota. I was doing a Toyota head gasket, and the head gasket didn't blow, but the threads inside the block stripped out because the car overheated and whatnot. So it lifted up the head and it was leaking coolant. And I guess he went to a buddy of his that was a mechanic. Don't know what type of experience he had and whatnot, but he called me back like a couple hours later and says, I told him we need to do a head gasket regardless. So he talked to his buddy. He called me back and says his buddy told him if the oil and the coolant is not mixing, the head gasket is still good. Oh man, that to me from another mechanic is not good information to that customer, especially my customer. And I even told him if he believed him more than me, he can always take the car somewhere else and let them diagnose it if you want it. He can have it if he wanted the car, and he can do it. He can do whatever he wants to do besides the head gasket to fix this coolant leak. So that's up to him. So basically, that's why I want to do this head gasket. Basically, not 101 because it's not really 101. It's more signs or which way the head gasket can blow. I got the head gasket here, so I'm gonna flip the camera up and let me see if I can do it now. Of course I can't do it right now, so hold on 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, guys, right here, head gasket. Let me get a pen. Alright, this is the head gasket. It's actually metal, as you guys can see. It's actually metal. It's all metal. So this is basically the head gasket, and my phone is ringing right now, so give me 1 second, guys. Alright, guys, I'm back. Alright, this is basically the head gasket that I did from the Toyota. I ended up doing the job. The guy was actually a little bit of a pain in the ass, but regardless of anything, this is actually the head gasket that I ended up doing. I don't know if you guys do head gasket or see what's wrong with it or where someone blown. I don't know if you guys can see it. You can actually pause the video, look at the head gasket, and actually kind of see it. I saw as soon as I pulled the head off. This is actually the front part, and this is the back part. I'll show you guys if you want. If you guys want to see, that's the back part of the head gasket. I don't know if you guys can actually see it. I saw it right off the back when I took off the head. I can see it. So for you guys don't understand or don't see what I see, or anybody else that's actually been in this field for so long and know what they're looking at or what they see, I can tell you this for guys right here. You see right there? That's where the gas is coming out of the cylinder. But on the other side, the same thing happened right here. It was actually blown. In reality, I didn't have a misfire or anything else. I was just having coolant leak, and the coolant was leaking from back here to these coolant jackets. It was leaking coolant, pouring coolant right out. Like I was said before, the bolts that was holding the head gaskets, the threads inside the block got ripped right out, and then head lifted to a point where it was leaking coolant in, leaking coolant out, and basically all the combustion gases leaking out also right through here and out. So basically that's what was happening. When his buddy, the mechanic, says if the head gasket blew, you should have oil and coolant mix. Not necessarily. Guys out there that are starting out or in the middle and never did head gasket, never knew a sign of head gaskets. I've been doing this for 18 years already. It's been a long time. I know guys has been out there the same thing. Understand what I'm talking about right now. Yes, you can have coolant. Yes, you can have coolant leaking into your coolant leaking into the oil. Definitely, all depending. I'll give you a scenario. All right, these are coolant jackets. All right, little tiny holes are all coolant jackets. All right, this is the cylinders. You can say 1, 2, 3, 4. More coolant jackets, and the oil is running right through here, you can almost say, and more cooling jackets. Um, these are the bolts. You can almost say the bolts actually get oiled also from the top, but just let's say in this video, these bolt holes are the coolant, not the coolant, the oil passages, the coolant passages over here, and over here, and then we got the cylinders. All right, if the head gasket blew through the oil and the coolant right here, let's say it blew right here. Yes, you get coolant with the high pressure because it's hot, and overheating will throw the coolant right into the oil because the oil don't give that much pressure as the coolant does. So it's going to throw coolant all into that oil, and that's how you get the milky side. All right. Another way the head gasket can blow is, let's say it blows right here. It blows right here. It blow right here, blow a chunk out, and then you got this compression leaking to here, and this one leaking into here. So you're gonna have a misfire, but you're not gonna have the oil leaking into your, or your coolant leaking into your oil through that way. No way at all. Let's say it broke, let's say here where the coolant jacket into this cylinder. You're not gonna get no oil inside that coolant. You're gonna get all this compression into the coolant system. So that's where you're gonna end up getting the overheating, the coolant just spraying all over the place and everything else. These are a couple ways I can show you or tell you that the head gasket can blow. Not only that the coolant mixes with the oil, or the oil mixes the coolant. That's not the only way it shows a head gasket. There's plenty of other ways. If any of you guys know more of different ways, make sure you comment on the bottom. All you greenhorns, as you guys say it, or the beginner guys or starting out guys, read the comment below if I didn't mention something. Hold on one second. Let me turn the camera around. So yeah, guys, all you guys are starting out, make sure you pay attention to this little tutorial of the head gasket. As you can say, there's different ways that the head gasket can blow. The sign of a head gasket blowing, it can be a lot of different things. I've seen a whole bunch of different ways that the head gasket can blow. Sometimes it's even hard to diagnose a head gasket blown. Give me 1 second. Just making sure I had a FedEx coming. But yeah, it's hard to sometimes to diagnose a head gasket. Sometimes it's very easy to diagnose a head gasket blown. It's just hard to diagnose it sometimes. And a misconception of some of the mechanics that's out there saying the only way the head gasket will blow is because when your oil and antifreeze mix. No, not at all. Nowadays, head gaskets are made as metal, like that one is made of metal. Back then, years ago, when I started out, it was actually almost a little bit harder, but the gasket material, but a little bit more harder with the metal in it. That blew a little bit more easier once a head gasket or head warp or anything else. These are a little bit more harder to break, but they still do break, regardless of anything. They still do break, but it's a lot harder to break these head gaskets than the other ones back years ago. And I just wanted to tell you guys because it's been racking my brain since I finished the car for the longest, and it's just like I can't understand how people think the only way the head gasket will blow, or the only signs that the head gasket will blow, is when the oil and the coolant mix. Yes, that's majority of the time, but most of the time it's not like that. If for any of you guys that's been doing this for so many years, comment in the bottom if I miss anything. I probably did. I'm just trying to do this real quick before the parts come in and whatnot. But I definitely want you guys to chime in. Definitely chime in. I want these guys that are starting out, or the guys that don't know too much about head gasket or diagnosing head gasket or what to look for or whatnot. Just chime in. Definitely chime in, guys, because this is, how you can say, this type of diagnosis is pretty hard. Signs of a head gasket is pretty hard. Sometimes, a lot of times, it's just straight up. You can find it real quick. It just, me finding this head gasket blown, it was really not the head gasket blown. I was already in the right direction with the threads pulling out of the block, so it lifted up the head. There's a few bolts that just lifted off the head, so that's why we got a coolant leak. And I'll tell you this for now, the head gasket was already blown in one corner because the head lifted up so much. I wouldn't use that head gasket ever again. So guys, I'll talk to you in a little bit. Bye. Sorry for that, guys. I had to go help the guy across the street. He needed some tools, so I ended up giving him some tools that he needed. Like I was saying before, just you know, guys, definitely chime in. Definitely comment on the bottom, like this video. The whole head gasket thing is just crazy. It's just crazy. I need to get a car here with a head gasket. I need to have it overnight so I can at least test it, show you guys, videotape it, edit for you guys so you can actually see what do I do to check for head gaskets. There are different ways you can check them, but there's testers you can do through the coolant. There's actually another testers you can put them in exhaust pipes. There's a bunch of different things. You can test drive them, check, like I said, you can check the oil, check the coolant, check a bunch of different things. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to get that out there for you guys because, you know, for the customer giving me a call and telling me the whole thing, it just, I don't know. It kind of blows my mind a little bit, you know? Some guys are just know one thing only, and that's how it is. That's how it's supposed to be. Not necessarily, you know. I'm open to new ideas, no doubt about that. Open to any ideas, any comments, anything else. So, guys out there that's been doing this for years and knows about head gaskets, chime in, comment on the bottom. All you guys that are starting out, or as they call on greenhorns, definitely read the comments if anybody has actually comment about other ways that the head gasket can blow, any ways you can test them. Definitely, because learning from us, learning from us older mechanics, or mechanics have been in the field for so long, we see this type of shit every single day, if not every single month. We see like different type of ways that the head gasket can blow. So guys, I hope this info helps you out or make you somewhat understand that head gasket can blow different ways. So don't get stuck in that little box saying only the way it can be head gasket is only because the coolant and the engine oil mix. No, okay? So I hope this video works out for you. I hope it actually helps you guys understand what I'm trying to say. I'm all over the place right now because it's just mind-boggling. I was actually talking to myself about this and how to present this video, but I just shoot it off the fly and see how it goes. So guys, don't forget to like the video, comment, share the video, and I got customers calling, so I gotta let you guys go. All right, guys, peace out and talk to you later. El bicho en la chocha y un dedo en el culo, así es que se echa el polvo del